everyone, my name is Merritt. I'm the founder of Race2Adventure as well as Summit2Adventure, and going on a little scout coming up here in the not too distant future up to the top of Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. And so super excited about this. It's a gigantic scout, quite frankly. We're ready to propose this to our Race2Adventure community in the form of Summit2Adventure, and in January of 2028 we're going up. We're going to go up to 19,300 feet, which is the equivalent of about 6,000 meters, and we're going to the top. It's a week-long adventure. It definitely requires some very serious planning and packing, and so I thought I'd make a little video, show you what I'm packing for this upcoming scout. Just a little bit about Race2Adventure. We're running vacations. We've been all over the world, in almost every continent. We've got things coming up in South Africa and France, Argentina, Scandinavia, and after that comes Kilimanjaro. So we know what we're doing, but we're excited to take it to that next level. And this is the simpler of the 7 summits. It requires quite a bit. Some people ask if it's a volcano or a mountain. Kilimanjaro is the largest standalone mountain in the world. And it's got 3 volcanoes. So it's called a stratovolcano, actually. It's amazing. You go through multiple climate zones, a cultivation zone, a rainforest zone, a moorland zone, a desert zone, and an Arctic zone. So you've got to be prepared for everything and anything. This is a helpful packing list for you. Should you be joining us on Summit2Adventure, we hope you do. And if you're going on your own, I think you're going to find this helpful as well. We're doing one cut. It's raw. It's real. And this is my packing list. So I think I'm just going to go head to toe here. Some things you should know from starters is the trusty bag. 80 to 100 liters is recommended. I got the 100 liter Patagonia black hole bag. I went for it. I thought, well, better safe than sorry with the amount of stuff that this bag can hold. But know this, and this is really important. You can only pack 32 pounds worth of stuff in here. The national park weighs this bag before we go in, because a porter carries this bag, and they want to make sure that we're not putting too much weight on the porter who's joining me to the summit. And so, yeah, it's a giant bag, but if you're packing to the brim, you could go overweight. So let's see how the weight feels at the end of this thing, and let's see whether or not I've got everything that I need. I think I'm going toe to head on this one, and so follow me along. First off, I've got some hiking shoes. I got the ankle support. These are my Hokas. I don't think I'm going to use these every day. I think I'm going to use these on the last 2 days for sure. Traction, super duper important. Ankle support, super important. It's going to take up a lot of room in the bag. I think what I'm going to have on my feet most of the time are these Hoka trail runners. Again, traction, super important. And these guys are really comfortable for me. I might bring a third pair of just trail hiking shoes as opposed to just the running shoes. But meaning I might have these on my feet. But let's pretend I was going to pack a second pair of shoes. All right. Okay. Hopefully I got enough room here. All right. What are we doing? We've got long underwear for sure. We've got the pants. We've got fleece pants. These are something that I didn't have on me, but I definitely wanted to buy. They're super soft. They're very comfortable to be worn around camp. But also on the summit, I'm going to probably want these as my 3rd layer on my legs. So notice how I'm going to start rolling things up here. My dad taught me this a long time ago. Roll them one item at a time, roll them tight, and that allows you to pack down really well on a journey like this one. So I've got a couple pairs of pants here. These are good hiking pants. They're always going to tell you, don't go cotton, go wool, go nylon, polyester. And I think a couple pants are going to do me well, and I don't need too much outside of that. Then comes rain pants. So these, again, for a nice rainy day, I'm going to be prepared also for that summit. That last day, we're going up to the Arctic zone. You got to have these on. This will probably be my 4th layer. I think I'll have 2 pairs of long johns on my bottoms, and then the pants, and then the fleece pants, and then comes rain pants. So still working with plenty of room here. I'm not going to go over like every single thing that I'm going to bring, but this is an icebreaker shirt. I'm going to have 5 of these. I'm going to have 5 breathable wool shirts. easy water wicking, dries fast, not too smelly. I think that's going to help me out along the way. I've got my long underwear on the tops, of course, and then I've got base layers like this base layer hoodie here, my sturdy, steady Race2Adventure hoodie. I've got a quarter zip. Yes, we have a lot of swag here at Race2Adventure. So I got a quarter zip on here. Yeah, I actually am going to have lots of room in this bag. They recommend fleece. Got some Patagonia fleece here. That's going to keep me nice and warm as well. I'd say long underwear on that ascent at the end of that last night. Definitely this guy, probably maybe a puffy vest followed by a rain jacket. So anyhow, so here's my puffy vest. I like these a lot. Again, if I'm not using it on the hike, I think it's going to keep me real comfortable while I'm at camp. Oh, what did I miss on the way up? I missed my socks. Okay, I've got one really sturdy pair of Expedition Smart Wool socks. I think they're called Mountaineers. I'm not too sure. But Smart Wool's got them really thick and cozy, and I'm definitely using that on the last day. And under that, even on the last day, I'll probably have another pair of socks under it to start. Again, this is for the ascent. We're going up to 19,300 feet. It's an Arctic zone. Better safe than sorry. And then a ton of other hiking socks along the way. Probably not all the pairs I'll bring. I'll probably bring a couple more than that. But I'm still working with plenty of room in this gigantic bag. Puffy jacket. This thing looks huge, right? This is a big jacket. And this is from Sierra Designs, but what I really like at REI, and I got a lot of stuff at REI, I like these cinch sacks. They're like stuff sacks, like for a sleeping bag. This is like a sleeping bag. I put this thing in here and I stuff it down, and I'm telling you, you've got room to spare. So look at that much room to spare. So what am I going to put in here besides that? I could probably put in the puffy vest. I'll spare it for now. I've got a face mask. Other people go for the balaclava. I'm going for this guy. I'm a snowboarder, and so I like this thing a ton. And then I've got some glove liners. Gonna put these in here. I'm gonna put them in with some gloves. I'm gonna put them in with a hat. I've still got room. I've got a puffy, glove liners, gloves, a hat, face mask. It's all in here. That's pretty cool. That gives me confidence that I've got lots and lots of room here. You're starting to see it fill out a little bit though, aren't you? Rain jacket, super important. This one I'm wearing to the top. This one's gonna keep me nice and shielded from the wind. It's gonna keep me dry from any potential rain. We are going during one of the drier months, so I'm hopeful I won't need to use this too much, but I'm gonna have it on me to start. If I want to shed it off, that's okay, because I got my day pack. Gotta have a good day pack. They recommend 30 liters to 40 liters. This one's just under 40. There's a 2.5 liter bladder in here, and they ask that you're traveling with 3 liters of water a day. So to have a pack that comes with a big bladder is super helpful. In addition to that, let's make sure we get up to the 3 liters, right? I've got my trusty water bottle. It's good to go. They provide plenty of water to you. You don't really have to worry about that on the way up. They worry about it for you, which is pretty great. And then I've got to have my trekking poles. Whether you typically go with trekking poles or you do not, it's a must on this journey. Not only for going up, but also for coming down. The descent, after you ascend to the top, the descent that same day is 10,000 feet down. So help your knees, help your ankles, help your body. And I think these are going to be great for me on the way down. I can put these wherever I want. They would slide on the side. Probably takes me a little too long. I'll put them in here. What else am I going to put in this day pack? I got my snacks. Definitely going to put some snacks in here. They feed you well on this trip, but why would I not want some extra nourishment along the way? I've got some extra electrolytes in a separate pack over there. But I think those things are good for me to have on me. Dude wipes. These are going to come in handy in a lot of different ways throughout the course of the week. There are no showers. There are hot water bathing bowls that they'll give you in the morning. These are going to help you here and everywhere. And they're flushable wipes. Not that we're going to have any flushable toilets while we're up there, but there are toilets that they have for you at each camp, so that's really nice too. I wonder if they're going to let me use my dude wipes there. We'll see. I'm willing to take that chance. I'm bringing it with me. I've got a first aid kit. I'm not going to bring this whole thing. It's too big and it's too bulky, but I'm definitely going to bring some things with me in my day pack like this. I'm going to have some Advil. You just never know. I'm going to put this in my day pack as well. And what else do I have over here? I'm going to push this one to the side. Now, let's just say I'm like, wow, where am I? What am I doing? We've got a packing list for you. We've got everything from what you should be wearing on your lower body to your upper body, your headwear, your water and snacks, personal health and comfort. Health and comfort. Okay, well, here we go. In here, I'm not going to go over all of it. I got a lot. Just taking a look here, I got melatonin, not for when I'm on this trip, trekking up, but probably for the plane ride, because it's a long ride from where I am to Tanzania. Some motion sickness, anti-nausea. I've got electrolytes. I've got my SPF 30, but I also have SPF 50. These things are important up there. The sun kisses you in a big way. Oh, look at this. I was going to bring this giant thing of Gold Bond. Why would I do that? I've got this thing of Gold Bond. That'll work just fine. Don't need this guy. You stay home. Okay, great. So here's this. I've got some mosquito repellent. I'm not going to bring both of these. This is a Sawyer Picardin. This is a Ranger Ready with Picardin. These things work. And then I've got anti-malarial meds. Let's talk about this. So these keep the mosquitoes away. These help you in case you are infected with malaria. Will I take these? Consult with your doctor on it. I think that if you are going to the Serengeti Desert, to safari before or after, if you're going to Zanzibar to relax before or after, you definitely, like no questions asked, need the anti-malarial meds. If you're only flying in to Summit, talk to your doctor, and it's more a matter of comfort for you. Quite a few side effects with this, so not too sure I'm going to be taking this for my Summit to Kilimanjaro, but I've got them, and I'm giving it considerable thought. So there's my mosquito defense here, and you saw the SPF. This you can spray on your clothes. It's for mosquitoes, so I can literally just spray this entire bag just to kind of safeguard myself even more. I may spray all this stuff before I go and leave this at home. We'll see. Okay, and then come the luxuries. Well, I don't know if this is a luxury. Guys, no holds barred here. It's a pee bottle. And why do you need a pee bottle? Well, you obviously have Mother Nature. But when it's freezing outside and you're at 15,000 feet, it's the middle of the night, you just might want this pee bottle. And it's really great, and it holds quite a bit once you get some volume in there. And yeah, it's something that a lot of people highly recommend, so I'm doing it. And we'll see how it goes. But you could probably use just about anything. I happen to go through Pee Sport to get my actual pee bottle. Okay, so there's that. What else are we doing here? This is kind of more dude wipes. The rest of the stuff here is good to haves. I've got some hand warmers. I can put these down by my feet as well. I think I'm going to use these for going up at the summit. I don't know if I'll be using them anytime sooner than that. Maybe. So I got a bunch of packs there. I've got a towel. Push this over here to the side, in the center. I got a towel. That's going to help me with those when they bring me that warm bowl of water in the morning. I went kind of thick on the volume. You can get them much smaller than this, but I thought it's a luxury. I don't need it. I want it. A pillow. I don't need it, but I want it. A tumbler. I like this. I think they're going to bring me my own tea and coffee and everything else, but this is my sturdy Race2Adventure tumbler, and I like it. I think I'm bringing this along, and it's super duper light. Extra cell phone batteries, extra cell phone batteries. You're not going to be on the phone checking your email. You won't be calling home. Maybe once you'll have that opportunity on the way up due to cell service. But this is more for the videos and the pictures and all the things that I want to capture on this journey. I don't want to run out of batteries. I've got multiple ones of these guys. I've got earplugs. So you'll have a tent mate, unless you're paying for your own tent. And that tent mate might make some noise. Or there might be just too much noise for you to sleep well. So I've got some trusty little earplugs here. What else don't I need? I do not need glow sticks. But man, I love glow sticks. And our final ascent will take place at midnight, and we will walk through the night to the top to see the sunrise at the rooftop of Africa that coming morning. So I think these are going to be fun and are going to keep me company and are going to keep the trail even more lit along the way. Will they let me use these? I think they will. I can't be the first person to think of this, but me and my crew, we're going to have a little glow stick party on the way up. I've got camping lamp and lights. These are fun, like extendable lights. And there's that. And then finally, some games. I've got playing cards. I've got Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. And I've got Exploding Kittens. I think I'm going to bring them all. It depends on the weight here, but I don't know. That feels right to me. Okay, listen, did I leave some things out? Yeah, I didn't show you the underwear and the lip balm and the toothpaste. These are things that you should just know to bring. But for me, I think this is a fairly good tutorial on how to pack for Kilimanjaro. I zip this thing up. There are other side pockets, both outside and inside. This giant 100-liter Patagonia black hole bag. I didn't get super strategic in how I packed at this very moment. I don't know that I'm going to need to. And then comes the question, is this 32 pounds or less? I'm going to have a sleeping bag in here. Let's keep that in mind. So I still have plenty of room for it. Is this 32 pounds or less? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. No kidding. That actually really surprised me. I think that's 15 to 20 pounds. Huh. Now I'm wondering what else I should bring. But I will have a few more shirts in there and some other things, and a flag and a keepsake, just to kind of honor a loved one when I reach that top, which I will. And then we come down, and then we invite you to join us at Summit2Adventure in 2028. We're going to the top this time to make sure that we're ready to go for all of you next time. So again, we've got a lot of things coming up. It's South Africa, it's France, it's Argentina, it's Scandinavia, and then it's Tanzania. And after that, trust me, we got a ton in store for you. Not just on the Race to Adventure running vacation side, but on the Summit2Adventure summiting side. No running, no racing for this one. Trust me, don't worry about that. Okay, again, my name is Merritt Hopper, founder of Race to Adventure as well as Summit2Adventure, and we hope you're coming with us to the top of Kilimanjaro.